Miss I especially hate it when you interfere in my private life. Interfere? I've been worried about you living alone. What's wrong with that? You've been sending me annoying texts every week. The only thing I like about you is that you send me money every once in a while. Haha. Not even Dad can deal with all of your anxiety issues. Did you know that? I know he doesn't love me in that way anymore, but your father and I decided to stay together until you got married. So please invite me to your wedding. Stop it! Your persistence is annoying. It's really bothering me. I'm getting married, so now you can get divorced. That's too cruel, Layla. Can I go now? I've got things to do. I'll be happy as long as Dad shows up. Bye. A few hours later.
Hey, Maria. I heard you've been texting Layla a lot recently.
Liam, why didn't you tell me about her wedding? I'm her mother.
There was nothing I could do about it. She asked me not to tell you. She doesn't want you there. What could I do?
I don't understand why she said that.
Well, she's the bride. She and her husband get to decide, right? It's best to respect her wishes. Why don't you just forget about it?
Why am I being treated like this?
Give me a break. Why don't you accept her decisions?
I'm trying hard to respect whatever she decides, but I want to be there as her mother. I raised her with lots of love, and I'm not invited? That's not fair.
Stop. Just stop. What can I do? It's her decision. I don't even want to be there as a couple. For all our sakes, please don't come.
Do you really know what you're saying? What the hell is wrong with you? How dare you even say something like that to me? I know neither of you love me. I'm not stupid, but I just want to see her happy on her wedding day.
Fine, all right.
Do you really understand how I feel? Can you talk to her for me?
Well, I know what you're saying, but there's one condition.
Condition? What is it?
I'll talk Layla into inviting you if you promise we'll get divorced before the wedding.
What? Divorce? Are you kidding me?
Maria, isn't it about time? Layla's getting married. Our parenting job is over. We should go on our separate paths now. We don't need to kid ourselves about being a couple anymore.
I didn't see that coming. What kind of condition is that? Just to attend the ceremony? I can't believe this.
What? You don't agree? If you don't accept this, you won't get invited. How simple is that? Oh, whatever. It's all up to you now.
Fine. I will accept the condition. Let's get divorced. Please ask Layla to invite me.
Okay, I will. Since we agree about the divorce, we are not going to hire a lawyer, right? We'll sign all the divorce papers and then file them in court. Let's get it done ASAP.
Okay, fine.
I'll let Layla know about this. Then, see you later.
On the wedding day. Missed call. Liam, what the hell is going on?
Oh, Maria, what's your problem? What happened?
Don't tell me you didn't notice. What is going on? Why is there a lady sitting on my seat?
Oh, you actually showed up? I didn't think you'd come for real.
You said I could attend, didn't you? Why is there a complete stranger in my spot? Please explain.
I guess I didn't introduce her to you. That's my new wife. Layla thinks she's great. You're not invited to our family events anymore.
You're such a jackass.
Oh, did you just call me a jackass? You have a lot of guts insulting your husband like that, huh?
Husband? What the hell are you talking about? We're divorced.
Oh yeah, that's right. Still, that's no reason to speak to me like that, just because you didn't get a seat. You're such a whiner.
Whiner? You wanted the divorce, remember? You not only didn't offer me a seat, but also had your new wife sit next to you. You've gone too far.
What can I say? Layla couldn't stand the thought of you coming. She said she'd rather invite her new mom than you. I respected her choice.
Her new mother? So you cheated on me when we were married, and Layla knew about it. On top of that, both of you hid it from me. Is that right?
Cheating? You and I didn't love each other anymore. It's none of your business who I had a relationship with. Our marriage life was over. You can't call me unfaithful.
But we were technically married. When we were married legally, you had another woman on the side. It's called cheating. Don't you know that?
Shut up. Get out of my sight. You don't belong here. Layla won't be happy to see you. It's her big day and you want to ruin it?
Fine. I get it. I'm leaving.
Excellent. You finally understand the situation. This place is not for you. Just leave. Bye.
I know I should leave. I'm so disappointed with you both. I wish you all the best with your new wife, and I hope Layla will have a nice wedding.
Thanks. We're done, Maria. Please don't call me. Bye.
30 minutes later. Hi, Mom. So I hear you and Dad are divorced. I guess you're not my mother anymore. What? Oh my God, you sound so sulky. Is it really because you're not invited? You're old enough to deal with your emotions, are you not? Is that all you wanted to say? As you wished. I left. Aren't you satisfied? Oh, so you did leave. Oh, Dad, he's mean. He got you to leave, huh? We both came up with the idea, but he actually went through with it. Whoa. I see. You guys came up with a plan to get rid of me. You really didn't want me to be there. Yeah, I told you so. I no longer consider you my mother. You don't need to care about me any longer. My new mother is so nice to me, unlike you. You're no longer a part of my life anymore. Thank you for being our housekeeper for all those years. I'll be fine with my new family for sure, and I'm happy to have them here now on my special day. I hope you'll have a nice wedding in the future. What? Our ceremony is going to start now. You should worry more about yourself since you're all alone now. You were my daughter. I didn't plan for this to happen, but I'm not a good liar. Sorry. What's going on? I'm not following you. I guess you didn't notice. Your mother-in-law-to-be is not there. What? What do you mean? What was your fiancé's name? Peter. It's Peter, right? His name is Peter Goldberg, isn't it? Why do you know his name? I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you. Believe me, it was a huge surprise to me too. When I got to the hall, I ran into a very close former colleague of mine. Guess what? She's going to be your mother-in-law. Huh? Wait. Did you just say Peter's mom is your former colleague? Yes. We used to work together. She quit her job a few years ago, but we kept in touch. She told me her son would marry sometime soon, but I never imagined her son to be your future husband. No way! What are the odds? Tell me about it. When I was about to leave, she saw me and I told her everything. She was horrified and said she'd walk out with me. What? Did she already leave? Yes, she's with me. We're having lunch at a nice cafe right now. I'm so happy to be spending time with her like this again. In a way, you made it happen. Thanks. Hold on. This is not good. Mom, please bring her back here. She's not going back. She said she would never accept you as a daughter-in-law. She's already texted her husband and son about how she feels about you. Huh? How could you do that to me? If my wedding is ruined, it's all your fault. Oh, well, it's not my problem. You deserve all of this, don't you think? It'll be good for the groom to know who you really are. That's not good at all. Wait, oh my God, Peter just texted me and after the call. Peter and his father left the hall, and the wedding was canceled. The whole story spread like a wildfire, and the guests were put off by it. All the guests went home without leaving their wedding gifts. As it was too late to cancel, Layla and her father had to pay for the entire wedding at the end, and I'm thinking about demanding alimony from my ex-husband.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Come on, not again.
What's the matter this time?
You got to be kidding me. Seriously, do you ever listen to what I say? Are you intentionally trying to drain my money and suck me dry?
Of course not. I'm not using much electricity and I'm even more frugal than before. Is there something else?
Obviously there is. Put your hand on your head and think.
Huh? What could it be? I even washed the dishes with cold water to save on gas, and I'm not really wasting anything.
Don't you have consciousness? Are you stupid? Your phone bill last month exceeded the free call limit.
Oh, that was because there was an emergency message from the church and I had to make a call.
And you spent 10 minutes on the phone? Why didn't you just state the matter and hang up? Isn't that enough? First of all, you have WhatsApp, so why bother using a regular call? Don't tell me you're cheating. You're talking to another guy.
Why do you think so? The person I need to contact wasn't on WhatsApp. Some of them are still on flip phones. I had no choice. I couldn't just hang up in the middle of a call. I'm doing my best to save money. Why should I be accused of cheating?
Now you're getting defensive. How nice. Next time you go over the limit, I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? Over something like this?
Saying things like that shows you don't get it. Either find more ways to save on utilities or divorce. Have an answer by the time I get back. Hey, where are you?
Oh, you're back early.
That's not the answer. Where the heck are you?
I'm at my parents' house. I'll be home soon.
How soon?
About 30 minutes maybe. I'll be on my way soon, so wait for me.
30 minutes? Is that what you say to your husband who came back hungry after a long day of work? You're really cheating on me, aren't you? You're at another guy's house.
Why does it come to that? If you think that I'm suspicious, you could call my parents and confirm. If you're hungry, have some of the stew in the fridge.
You're going to make me eat cold leftovers. I got home from a hard day of work, and what did I find? My wife's cheating, and the house all dark. That's just unbelievable. I'm getting a divorce. It's the only way.
I told you I'm not cheating on you. You're really persistent. You told me to save on utilities during the day, so I came out to save on electricity.
Save on utilities? If you're using gasoline for that, it's pointless, isn't it? Don't you understand even that much? And the tires will wear out too.
Do you have to go that far? You did tell me to save, right?
Oh right, I forgot to mention. Save on all living expenses. People can survive for a while just by drinking water. Yet you keep spending money on unnecessary things. I won't let you get away with it next time. Understand?
Yeah, I got it.
No unnecessary outing either. Make sure you're at home when I come back. Don't forget, I'm the one providing for you. If you dare to cheat, I'll really divorce you.
I'll keep a record of what you say.
That's a good attitude. You should have been like that from the beginning.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
I have a lot.
Good. Go ahead and tell me everything. I'll make sure to keep a record.
First, you lack awareness as a wife. You need to remember that I feed you every day.
Okay, and what else?
Keep the house clean, twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. But don't use the vacuum cleaner.
How am I going to clean without it?
It's a wooden floor, so just use a Swiffer. How can you not even figure that out? Use your brain.
I apologize. Swiffer's expensive too, but I can buy those, right?
You're not throwing the sheet away after one use, are you? You're supposed to wash and reuse them. They're good for at least 10 uses. You know what? I just thought of something. You don't even need to buy a Swiffer. Use a rag. Cut up your old clothes to make rags. That way you can save even more.
Got it.
How much have you been wasting?
I promise I won't do it anymore, so relax. I'm sorry for giving you headaches until now. I won't trouble you from now on.
Good. Well said. Given that intention, I'll let it slide and forgive you. By the way, are you almost here? Oh right, you were typing, so you couldn't drive.
Yeah. By the way, about what you mentioned the other day.
About what?
About considering whether to save on utilities or get a divorce.
Oh, that. That was, of course, saving money, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Good, good.
For that, I'm getting a divorce.
What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. You mean you're terribly sorry. Divorce, then remarry, and change your attitude with a new wife's perspective. Is that it? Wow, that's a good mindset.
No, I'm really getting a divorce. And I absolutely won't remarry you.
Oh, you're funny. You say divorce, but you can't even survive without me, can you? First of all, how are you going to make a living? You really are a shallow woman.
Not really. Things might be better for you without Mila and me. It would save on utilities, reduce irritation, and it'll be a good solution for you too.
What do you mean by a good solution? If you divorce me, I'll get custody of Mila. You're okay with that? I mean, if you're the one raising her, who knows what sort of grown-up she would turn into?
I won't give you custody. I'll make sure to raise her properly.
How would you do that? You're a housewife. Even if you want to work, you're not smart enough to do anything other than a bottom-tier part-time job.
I didn't tell you this, but I'm working now. I get paid every month.
Wait, are you leaving Mila alone to go to work? You're an unfit mother.
No, that's not it. You know my family runs a real estate agency, so I was there today and worked while looking after her.
Working and watching her at the same time? There's no way you could have a job like that. I know you're lying about working. You're a naive housewife, trying to fool me, a professional, and now you've exposed yourself.
Please use your brain.
How dare you use my word against me? Don't you dare make fun of me.
When I met you, I was working as an admin assistant at a company, and I never told you that I have a master's degree in architecture.
OMG, that's news to me.
Yeah, I never brought it up. My dad told me to experience the world before taking over the family business, so I worked as an admin assistant, briefly. It was a good learning experience, but meeting a guy like you turned out to be negative.
Shut up. So how much are you getting paid now?
It's still small, about $40,000 a year. I've been getting a little more work lately, so my dad said he'd give me a raise starting next quarter.
I didn't know about that.
So don't worry about Mila or me. Enjoy your frugal life alone as much as you want. Oops, my mistake. I meant to say enjoy it with your mistress.
Who?
I know you've been cheating on me. You started accusing me of cheating, so I felt something fishy about it and looked into it. Turns out I was right. A private investigator got solid photo proof for me. I also made a record of all the crap you said to me, so I'm gonna hit you up for some payback along with the cheating thing. I got proof of all the stuff you've said before as well.
Wait, honey?
Honey? You haven't even been calling me by my name. We're going to be just acquaintances. Stop calling me honey so casually.
Acquaintances?
Yes, we're getting a divorce. Your stinginess drives me crazy. You preached about saving money, yet you cheated on me with the extra cash we saved. I can't forgive that. Oh yeah, I should terminate the cell phone plan right away as I shouldn't be using it anymore.
Don't jump to conclusions. If you don't have a phone, I won't be able to get in touch with you.
True. At least you won't be irritated by me then. It'll save on phone bills too, so it's a win-win.
I can't do anything on my own. You know that, right? Come on, honey, please. Who's gonna do the cleaning and laundry? Who's going to feed me?
Why don't you hire a housekeeper? Oh, right, you're a penny pincher, so I guess not. From now on, I guess you'll have to do everything yourself. You can live without food as long as you drink water, right? Then you're lucky, it's so convenient.
Seriously, I'm really sorry. Please, forgive me, I'm begging you. I don't have money to pay alimony. I won't cheat on you anymore. I was really messed up. I'm begging you, please, forgive me.
I don't want to talk to someone who's messed up like you anymore. Okay, I shouldn't waste the battery, so I'm turning my phone off. Goodbye. I terminated my cell phone contract on the same day. Then I asked my attorney to negotiate the rest. Ethan initially insisted on custody of Mila, but when confronted with evidence of his disrespectful remarks and cheating, I naturally ended up being the one to raise her. I also demanded as much alimony as possible. Despite making me live frugally, his savings were wiped out. He had to sell the house, and he paid a portion of the alimony. The rest, along with child support, was agreed to be paid monthly, but the first payment was delayed. I warned him that if he's late again, he'll have to work part-time at night on top of his daytime job starting next month to pay on time. If he works both day and night, he can't spend much money, which is perfect for the frugal guy, right? As for me, I'm enjoying my job while raising Mila at my dad's company.
Where are you?
I'm home.
I'll be back late tonight.
Okay. By the way, about dinner last night, it's in the trash.
Of course it is. I'm not a dog. You think I can eat that crap? What's wrong with getting rid of garbage?
Jeez.
I don't want to hear it from someone who's just a wife and can't even do anything. If it weren't for me, you'd be on the street.
Sorry.
Man, I can't take this anymore. Oh well, guess I'll head out for a drink or something.
You're not coming home tonight?
Where I go is none of your business. Quit nagging all the time. You're useless and yet you want to butt in.
I'm sorry.
Everything I do is right. Everything you do is wrong. Got it? Hey, you. Call me back. You think you can just ignore me? If you kneel before me and say, "I'm sorry, master," I might consider forgiving you. Say it already. Please take care of me again this month. Where the heck did you go? Don't freaking ignore me. Having an affair with another guy? Ugly as you are, don't get carried away. With a brain as limited as yours, you're either stuck with me or becoming a prostitute. Don't mess around with me. No one would pick an ugly one like you. Just stay obedient and do as I say. Don't tell me you have no money to pay your phone bill and it's disconnected. Serves you right. Hey, you moron. Are you living with a stray dog on the street now? It suits you well for someone who can only make dog food. Hilarious. Come on, stop being so stubborn. Are you in the hospital with COVID, maybe? Well, disappearing might be the best option for you now. Incompetent women like you are a real pain. Reply already. Man, you're such a nuisance.
What are you doing? Oh, what are you talking about? I leave the house for a day and my apartment is empty. Only you would do this, right? Oh, I cleaned it for you. Deadbeat's room looks different now that it's clean, doesn't it? What did you do with the stuff in my apartment? I had a buyer take it away. It didn't amount to much, though. Oh, I'll take that money as a fee for the trouble. What do you think you're doing? How did you get into the apartment in the first place? I got a duplicate key from the last time I was there. The spare key was missing, and it was you. You didn't get it. You stole it. That's a crime. It's not a crime because it will eventually be mine. Are you still talking like that? You haven't talked to my brother? That man is too lenient on you. He's always insisting that the condo belongs to Irene. Do you have some kind of a power over Travis? But it doesn't matter how much you threaten him. It won't change the fact that Travis will inherit the property. As Travis's wife, I will protect the property from his greedy, deadbeat sister. Well then, I'll talk to my brother. Oh? Suddenly you've become more sensible. I certainly can't talk to you. Selling the stuff in your room? Then I'll pay you back the money I sold it for. Is that okay? No, it's not okay, is it? There are some things I can't easily buy back. Like video game goods, right? You can buy them again on eBay or something. You're rich, aren't you? You're the CEO of a popular game development company, right? I can certainly buy my personal stuff again. But I told you, it's the company's office too, right? What? What do you mean? We had equipment that was necessary for our business, and the expensive stuff was leased. What expensive stuff? I got about $1,000 for everything, okay? You probably called a dodgy buyer anyway. Some of the computers alone were over $10,000 each, you know. A computer can't be that expensive. At the most, they should have cost $1,000. You are trying to trick me just because you know a little bit about it. Why would I try to trick you after all this? $1,000 is for home use, right? My main computer cost $25,000. If you take out the household goods, the cost of the equipment alone would easily exceed $100,000. As for the leased equipment, I'm sure you'll have to pay compensation as well. You're not saying you'll file a claim, will you? Of course we will make a claim as a company. We're having our contracted attorneys prepare it for us. Of course, I will personally bill you for the household goods. There's no way I can pay that! That's not all. What more? What more is there? Thanks to you, our business has been suspended for several days. We'll bill you for those damages as well. What are you talking about after only a few days? Damages are only a few thousand, right? It's a bit harsh to charge that as well. You don't know how much our company makes per month, do you? Our sales are around $500,000 a month. This time, the implementation of a major event was delayed by 3 days. Since we were late, our damages are about $200,000. There's no way I can pay that much! And if you're going to charge me, you're practically charging your brother! He's already going for divorce, isn't he? So it's you who will have to pay. I'm never getting a divorce! Tell that to my brother. So you should convince Travis too. I'm a housewife. If we get divorced, I won't have any money. Then I'll go bankrupt. Then I won't have to pay anything. If you maliciously harm someone, that compensation won't be subject to discharge through personal bankruptcy. Don't use complicated words out of the blue. I have no idea what you mean. It means that my claim for compensation will not disappear even if you file for bankruptcy. I won't forgive you until you pay me back. But I can't pay what I can't pay. Then I don't have a choice. But you know, foreclosure is waiting for you, don't you? Foreclosure? We're a family. You don't have to push me that hard. You were trying to kick me out of my condo and you call us family? You disrespected me like I was a deadbeat, and now it's too late to apologize. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. I apologize, so forgive me. Oh, by the way, the police will be there soon. The police? Hey, wait! What are you talking about? Because it's a crime, isn't it? Stealing a spare key, breaking and entering, and to top it off, you stole everything in the apartment. It's a crime even though you're my relative? Isn't it obvious? I filed a crime report. I didn't know that! You're such a pain in the ass. Then why don't you just explain it to the police by saying, please forgive me because I didn't know? There's no way they're going to listen to you. Oh, then am I going to be arrested? I don't want to go to jail. I can't. Please reflect on what you've done. I just wanted to live in a high-rise and I'm being treated like this. Don't you feel sorry for me? Don't you feel sorry for me, right? I don't. Don't you have a human heart? That's you, isn't it, Miss Smith? Oh no, you're treating me like an outsider, Miss Smith. Call me Sharon like you always have. Help your poor sister-in-law. You'll help me, won't you? I'm a stranger now. As a business owner, it's kind of bad to associate with criminals. That's why I'm blocking you. Our lawyer will be in touch with you soon. You know, I'm an only child and I always wanted a sister. That's why I was so happy to get married and have a sister like you. And to have a sister who is a developer of a very popular game. As a sister, I'm so proud. We are not blood related, but we are sisters after all. We've had our little misunderstandings, but we're sisters and we'll always be. I'm so proud of you. Hey, it's not marked as red. Come on. Did you really block me? Please do something. Sharon was subsequently arrested for theft and trespassing. After the trial, she was given a solid criminal record, although she did not get any jail time. Naturally, she ended up divorcing my brother as well. I sued Sharon both as a company and as an individual. After another trial, Sharon was ordered to pay a total of $250,000. I had a tough time, but I'm the type who doesn't stay down after a fall. I wanted to use the experience of this trial to my advantage. I developed a new smartphone game, Revenge Trial, in which a lawyer is the main character. It was a big hit, and the company's performance improved even further. What am I gonna do? I couldn't use the credit card. I couldn't even buy a cheap drink. I told you so. Do something about it. I know. Call the credit card company and raise the limit. Why should I do that? More importantly, you used someone's son's credit card, so I'm going to talk to the police. The police? Of course. My son's credit card was used illegally, and as a parent, I can't just sit back and let it happen. Rick is furious too. You told Rick? That's right. A college student was the victim. Normally, you should tell the parent. That would most likely tip off my parents. I've already told them. My parents and the in-laws know that you're doing some nasty things. Oh no, I don't want to go back. Do you mean you can't go back? If you're saying that, then send me money. You can do it right now with your phone, right? Send it to me now for the airline tickets for me and my boyfriend. No, I don't want to help the criminals who misused my son's credit card. Please, I'm serious. I feel bad, and I'll pay you back the money I spent on the credit card. I will get down on my knees to your family as soon as I get back home. You should get down on your knees not only to my family but also to my brother-in-law. I'm sure he's even angrier than we are. Don't tell me! My husband knows about this! Of course, that's what your parents said. Gosh, what am I gonna do now? In the meantime, please find a way to come back to America. I'm going back to hell! After that, my sister-in-law had a fight with her lover about not being able to go back to America, and they had a breakup in Mexico. She thought it would be dangerous to leave each other in an unknown place, so they stayed together until they arrived in America. Then, after thinking about how to return, they put their pride aside and told their colleagues at their places of work that they could not return from Mexico. They asked them to buy airline tickets for them. She managed to return to America, but my parents-in-law, my parents, and my brother-in-law were furious and told her off as soon as she arrived in America. My brother-in-law demanded alimony from her and her adulterous partner Carson on the spot. In addition, my sister-in-law was arrested by the police and charged for the money she spent on my son's credit card. Carson's wife also demanded alimony from him, so he was in debt. At work, people started to talk behind his back because he borrowed money from a junior colleague. He was also accused of being involved in trouble with the police, so he was demoted and is now working only to pay off his debt. limit your spending to $100 a month. I can't save any money if you keep doing this. We're making a living, so why not? What if we have kids? We need to save for the future. Then we won't have kids for a while. I want to concentrate on my game now. It's not what I was trying to explain to you. I'm almost 30, remember? Raising kids requires energy, so I want to have kids while I'm still young. Anyway, right now, my priority is the game. You know how many of my friends are depending on me? If I, as the leader, show that I'm serious by paying the costs, the members will pay too. That's how the team gets stronger and stronger. You put the game before me? I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth. Before, when we were watching a drama, whenever a woman say, "What's more important, me or your job?" you used to say, "No way." There's a difference between work and games. There's no difference. I'd rather be in the game than in the office because my team members need me more. That's self-deprecating, right? You can't be serious, can you? Which part of that is self-deprecating? Of course I'm serious. I'm the team leader that the members depend on. At the company, I'm just a worker for an incompetent boss. And he yells at me for the slightest thing at the drop of a hat. He doesn't know what I'm really capable of. Everyone in my workplace underestimate me. On the other hand, the smartphone game is based on the results. That's why I'm accepted. I don't get it at all. Oh, I'm going to take about 3 days of paid leave next week. Huh? Next week? What's going on? Jeez, you seriously don't know anything? I have a big event next week. As a leader, I absolutely have to be there. This is no time for work. Huh? Don't tell me you're going to miss work for a game? And for 3 days? I'm more fulfilled playing games than having a boring job. Don't you want to make an effort to enrich your real life? If you have a problem with that, why don't you do it too? I made you an account before, didn't I? Oh, you were messing around with my phone without my permission, saying something about a friend referral bonus. I haven't logged in since then. You should try it. You'll see how good it is. Oh, and don't come to my team. We don't accept newbies. I don't think so. Not interested. Then don't complain. I don't know anymore. Do what you want. Hey, why don't we get a divorce? What? If it's about the game, I haven't said anything, right? What's with a divorce all of a sudden? We never talk at home, and we have no sex life either, right? That's more than enough reason to get a divorce. It's because you're playing games all the time, isn't it? You don't answer when I talk to you. At night, you don't let go of your phone until you fall asleep. It's all your fault. I've been playing games because you're cold. I don't think so. If there was something wrong, I'd make it better, yeah? So there's no reason to mention divorce out of the blue. I'm at my wit's end. I can't live with you. No matter what your excuses are, I've made up my mind that we're definitely getting a divorce. We're gonna have a problem if you just make up your mind all alone. Give me a rational reason. I told you, because you're cold. Which part? What is it about my behavior that's cold? If you don't even know, so there's no point talking about that. That's not going to convince me. I mean, personally, I think you've been colder to me lately. You ignore me when I talk to you. You don't even look at me. Please, just stop it and divorce me. Don't try to push me away. I just don't get it. What's going on? Tell me the truth. I'm in love with somebody else. What? Are you cheating on me? I'm not cheating on you. We're not in that kind of relationship yet. That's not what this is about, is it? If you have a wife and you like someone else, that's totally cheating. Who is it? Someone from work? No, it's not. She started out as just another team member. It's fate. In this game, where 90% of the users are male, she's an angel. Someone I met by a miraculous chance. Huh? You mean you had an affair in the game? I told you I wasn't cheating. I knew your life was being taken over by a smartphone game, but I didn't think you'd even have an affair with someone. Really, in so many ways, I can't believe... I know, it's hard to find a good guy like me for a woman like you, but it's real. Just accept it. No, you're just trying to make yourself look better. I mean, don't just casually insult me with a woman like you. Because you are always complaining. You're so old-fashioned and condescending about games that you don't even seem like a modern person. We have very different values, don't we? And you expect us to stay married? It's so sudden. I can't think straight. You see, you're so stubborn, you haven't caught up with the latest trends. I can't stay with a wife like this anymore. I can't lie about how I feel. You're terrible. This is just too much. It's okay. We can do this together, okay? Let's get through this hard time together. What's with that line? Is this what you call a game brain? I'm taken aback. What do you mean, the two of us? You're just going on by yourself. See? That's what I'm talking about. This is what I call a difference in values. We really do see the world differently. What are you saying we should do now? So, divorce is the only way, right? I've already filled out my part of the form. You file it. Wait a minute. Let's talk about it, okay? I'm not gonna change my mind. I'm not agreeing to a divorce. Anyway, I'm not coming home. Wait. Is this Eric's wife? Yeah, who are you? I'm Eric's financier. What? Are you a baker or something? Sorry, I'm his fiancée. Kitty's so clumsy. If this is a prank, I'll block you, but... Oh my god, you are so dull, aren't you? Haven't you heard anything from Eric? Could it be that you are the one Eric likes? How do you know my ID? You linked your ID in the game. It was easy to find out. The only friend of Eric's who had a low level was his wife. Can you get other people's ID from there? That's creepy. I'm deleting my account. I don't want to talk about that. What do you want? Please divorce Eric as soon as possible. His heart belongs to me now. His wife won't agree to a divorce and he is in a pickle. So I took a risk and sent this message to you. You're being serious, right? So you call yourself Kitty? Can you stop acting like some sort of nerdy character? I don't get it at all. What are you talking about, character? This is just me as I am. Is it really that strange for me to use Kitty as a first-person pronoun? He was right. You are a bit close-minded. This is going nowhere. What is it? You want money? If it's compensation, I have it ready. So, you have that much common sense, do you? Ha ha ha! Eric is right about this too. She's particular about money. That's why Eric had a hard time buying weapons, you know? Well, thanks to my dedicated support, we won the game. Well then, I'll ask for a lump sum of $30,000. Then I'll file for divorce. You're a money hound, aren't you? I'll transfer the money tomorrow. Please file for divorce as soon as possible. Melanie, I've been thinking about it a lot. What? I think I'm coming back. After being away from you, I realized that you're the only one for me. What are you trying to say? Let's live together like we always have. You haven't filed a divorce yet, have you? I did last week. I filed the divorce papers. What? You're kidding, right? You said you didn't agree to a divorce. Are you kidding? It's finalized, so you and I are unrelated now. Then let's remarry. Let's be husband and wife again and start over. I'm afraid that's impossible. It's not impossible. We can still start over. We're a couple. A piece of paper like divorce documents can't tear us apart because we are bound by the bond of love. Bond of love? That's gross. Is that part of the game? If you have a problem with Forgive me! After that, Eric had no choice but to go back to his parents' house. His parents found out everything and disowned him. He also said some pretty terrible things to Nick and was sued by him. Eric has repeatedly asked me to get back together with him, but I have ignored all of his requests. Eric has now managed to find a live-in job and works day and night without time to play games. He has been paying me back in installments, but I don't know how many more years it will take him to pay it off. Meanwhile, I was headhunted by Nick's company, with whom I have been in contact from time to time because of all these matters. It's funny how things work out, but I'm enjoying my job with much better benefits than before.
Ashley! Hello! Hello, sis. It's been a long time. What's up? Nothing much. I just wanted to see how you're doing. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How are your parents doing? They're doing good too. Actually, they are on vacation now. Wow, that's so nice. I heard that they love traveling. Do they travel regularly? Yeah, once every 2 months. That's good. How's your family doing? We're doing good too. Kenny loves to go out and play. He's at a playful age, you know. I see. I'm glad to hear that. I miss you both. We miss you too. Oh, I was thinking about visiting you next month. I'll bring Kenny with me. Sure, I'll let my parents know too. Thanks. See you soon. Hello, Ashley. Are you free tomorrow? I'm thinking about visiting you tomorrow. Hello, sis. Sure, I can't wait to see you too. Actually, I have a favor to ask you too. Oh, yeah? What is it? I was thinking about getting there by car, but I'm having trouble with my car today. Oh, no. So, can you pick us up at the station? I'll probably be there around 9 a.m. Sure, I'll pick you up then. Thank you. I'm sorry for asking you plan. I just realized that they didn't mention my dad, so I decided to talk to him that night. Then he told me a shocking story.
Hello, Ashley. Are you ready to leave?
Hey, sis. Yes, I'm ready. You can come here anytime.
Oh, okay. I'll be there tomorrow at noon.
Sure. I've already left the house. I've already cleared my room, so feel free to use it.
Is that so? Okay. By the way, you're coming to help me tomorrow, right?
Sorry, I can't help you. I have to work.
Oh, so you got a job. I think when you are on your own, you put a lot of effort into job hunting. I guess it takes that long to get a job for a sloppy, lazy daughter. It's good to hear that you're on your own. Well, good luck with that.
Yes, thank you very much.
Just remember, there's no place for you to come back to anymore.
Mom told Dad it was from her own money. When Dad needed money, he checked the bank account, and he found the family savings was less than half. It's not a big deal, you know. He was not mad about spending money on Kenny, but he can't forgive her for keeping it a secret. I can't believe he divorced her because of that. Well, it's not only that, because Mom loves to go shopping. I don't know if she's a stress or what, but sometimes she buys ridiculous amount of clothes and stuff. She used the family savings without telling him before. She promised not to do it again and said he'd divorce her if she ever did it again. Oh, I see. So, Dad and I got out of the house together. His company is close to the new house, too. Oh no! I can't believe it! You should come back! Huh? What are you talking about? You're the one who kicked me out, right? I apologize for that! So, come back! We can't live on Steven's income alone! I'm sure you'll be fine. My brothers paid well, too. It's just not enough! Oh, my brother said that you have debt. So that's why you decided to move in to get support. Am I right? Yes, that's why your father should come back now. Or you. I need someone with an income. I'm just a lazy part-timer. Maybe you're better off without me. But you got a real job now, didn't you? I mean, I've been working for a while now. Well, it'll add up to a little something. I think I make more than my brother makes. Actually, I live off the royalties. Royalties? What? What do you mean? You used to work part-time, didn't you? I am a novelist, but I'm not obligated to take on your debt. And it was you who kicked me out. You should have told me from the beginning. I told you that I have a real job, but it was you who assumed and looked down on me. You should blame yourself, not me. Hey, if you get paid more than Steven, and if you're single, you have a lot of savings, right? Can you come back? I can't come back. I'm comfortable living with Dad, and I love my new place. And I'm making better progress with my writing in my new environment. No, please, come back! Why don't you stop relying on others and start working? If you are like that as a mother, I feel sorry for Kenny. Well then, please do your best to make a living. Oh no! Please help me! After my parents divorced, the house was given to my mom and the savings were given to my dad. Mom kept quiet about the divorce to my brother because she didn't want to get abandoned by him. My sister-in-law is now living with a woman who is in debt and loves to splurge. Even with my well-paid brother's income, it was hard to make ends meet. After all, Faye started working as a part-timer. I'm glad it finally turned out like this. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Hello, Tracy. I finally found you. It's been 5 years, right? Are you doing well?
Who is this?
It's me, Oliver's mother. Don't tell me you forgot me.
What?
Could it be Megan? That's right. It's been a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Just so you know, I haven't forgiven you. 5 years ago, you certainly said you were cutting ties with me. Do you know how painful to hear that? You wouldn't understand, would you? If it were just you, I wouldn't care. But involving my precious only son, Oliver is just too far. And top of that, changing your phone number and even blocking me. When I rushed to your house, you had already moved out. Somehow, the neighbors found out about it. And they started spreading rumors like, because I'm an evil mother-in-law, I was abandoned by my son's family. I've been desperately looking for you for these past 5 years. Don't you understand how much I've searched for you?
Now, I know that you were looking for us, but how did you get my contact information? I changed my number 5 years ago.
Where did I get it from? I won't tell you. It might not be the answer to your question. But it's for the sake of my beloved son, you know.
What do you mean?
I wanted to save my son from you.
Save? What do you mean?
You brainwashed Oliver, didn't you? Otherwise, there's no way he would have said he's cutting ties with me. He was such a good son, always thinking of his mother.
If you're so worried about Oliver, why don't you find Oliver's contact information? Why did you contact me? Someone you hate?
It couldn't be helped. I actually wanted to contact Oliver. But I didn't have his new contact information. Well, now that I've reached you, it's as good as being connected to Oliver again. Now, hurry up and give me Oliver's contact information.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
What?
I said I didn't have Oliver's contact information.
Stop playing dumb. There's no way you don't know your husband's contact information. Do you really want me not to reunite with my son? I'm his mother. At least tell me his contact information.
Oh, wait. Don't you know that we are divorced?
Divorced?
Yes.
No way. That's a lie. While I was desperately searching for you, you were divorced?
Yes, and not recently. We divorced the year after we cut ties with you, so it's been about 4 years.
That's a lie. That long ago? Why would something like that happen?
We had different values and what we wanted from each other. It led to numerous arguments, and eventually, we divorced. But in the end, we talked it out and we both agreed, and it was an amicable divorce. I'm married to someone else now.
Oh my god. I could never forgive you. I hate you.
What?
Even though I contacted you after 5 years, I can't forgive you for lying about something like this.
What are you talking about? I'm not lying.
Stop acting. I know everything.
Why do you think I'm lying?
Obviously, it's because Oliver hasn't come back.
Huh? What do you mean?
My son loves me a lot. Yet, because of you, he got brainwashed. But if he divorces you, I'm sure he will come back to me after the brainwashing is over.
I see.
The fact that he hasn't returned to me means you were lying. My precious Oliver is still being brainwashed by you.
Oh, I see. So that's what you think. Regardless of what you say, the fact is that Oliver and I got divorced. So even if you contacted me, I don't have Oliver's contact information.
Liar! Just tell me already.
I told you, I don't know.
You really don't want to give it to me? Fine. I'll find out on my own. But at least give me my grandchild.
Grandchild? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You gave birth to my grandchild, didn't you?
No, I didn't give birth.
Shut up. I know it already. I got your contact and my grandchild's info at the same time. Your contact information matched, so I knew my grandchild's info was true.
No. I'm the one telling you that I didn't give birth.
You're lying because you don't want to give it to me, right?
I'm not lying. At least, I didn't give birth to what you called your grandchild.
I don't believe a word you say. If I raised my grandchild, Oliver should come back to me. If you don't give the child to me, I'll come to take them myself. So be prepared.
You're coming to get them? Where? Do you know where I live?
Of course. Don't underestimate me.
You're lying.
It's not a lie. I'm not a liar like you. Well then, I will see you soon.
Hey, Jack, do you have a minute? It's really important.
Tracy, what's wrong?
My ex-mother-in-law found my contact information and messaged me.
What? Oliver's mother?
That's right. What should I do?
Hey, calm down first. What did Oliver's mother say?
She's saying to hand over her grandchild.
What?
She said she's coming to get them, so I should be prepared.
It seems like there's a misunderstanding. But does that mean she knows your current address too?
That's right. And I don't know where she got my information.
Did you tell her that you and Oliver are already divorced?
Of course, I told her. I even told her I'm remarried now, and that I haven't given birth to her grandchild. But she doesn't believe me at all.
Did you talk to your husband about this?
I told him over the phone, but he's been on a business trip overseas for a week now. I think he's in Tokyo right now. Even if he booked a flight now, it would take a whole day to come back. He said it's an important business trip, so I don't think he can make it right away.
I see. In that case, why don't you come to my place?
Can I come?
Yeah, of course. It's too dangerous for you to stay at home. You have to take care of yourself. Don't worry about it. I've got my wife standing next to me right now. She's also said you should come here.
Thank you. Then I guess I will stay at your place for now. Please tell your wife how thankful I am.
Alright, I got it. You should get going. Once you finish packing, I'll come pick you up. Just let me know.
Got it. Thank you.
Hey, Tracy! I've been ringing the doorbell multiple times. Why won't you answer? Are you still sleeping? Or you pretend not to be home? You're probably inside, right? Come out already.
Oh my god. Megan? You're here already? But the doorbell didn't ring.
Then it must be broken. Anyway, I'm in front of the house right now. So get your ass out here. How long are you going to make me wait? I knew it. Hello there. I can see you.
What?
I can see my cute little grandchild in the backyard. I knew you were lying.
What? Backyard? I don't have a backyard.
What are you talking about? I'm actually in your yard. You've been lying to me this whole time, haven't you? Can't you at least come up with a better lie? Well, forget it. I don't need anything from you anymore.
What do you mean?
I'll take my grandchild with me.
What?
It's your fault for leaving the child alone in the yard. I gave you a clear notice that I was coming to pick him up, remember? If you didn't want this, you should have let him alone.
Megan, where are you right now?
Seriously, I've been saying I'm in front of your house this whole time.
I don't think the kid that you were taking is your grandchild.
What are you talking about? Stop saying nonsense. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Anyway, I'm taking this child with me. Bye.
Megan, please wait.
I'm not waiting. I said I don't need you anymore.
Megan, that child isn't your grandchild. What you're doing is kidnapping. Megan, are you reading this?
I don't care about what you say. I hate liars like you.
I am saying this for your sake. I don't care what happens to you anymore. Jack, my ex-mother-in-law messaged me again.
Really? What did she say?
She said she's arrived at my house.
What? She's already there?
But it seems she went to the wrong house.
What do you mean?
She said she rang the doorbell, but it didn't ring. I live in an apartment, but she was talking about the backyard.
That's weird. So she must have mistaken someone else's house.
The worst part is, it seems a child was playing along in that backyard. She thought the child was her grandchild, so she took the kid.
What?
What should I do? I've tried to her many times that the child isn't her grandchild, but she wouldn't listen and didn't answer my calls. I'm hoping it's just a threat and she didn't actually take the child. Knowing how pushy she was about wanting a grandchild when I was married to Oliver, I think she might do it.
You should report it to the police.
Do you think so?
You're the one who knows the situation best, right? I think you should prioritize the child's safety and do it. It's like she confessed to kidnapping the child. If there's a high chance of it being true, you should ask the police to check it out. You tried to stop her many times, right? She didn't listen. So that's the thing that you can do now.
You're right. I'll call the police now.
Tracy, what the hell are you doing? I only brought my grandchild back home. Why did you call the police? Hey, don't ignore me.
Where are you now?
You finally replied. I'm in big trouble.
Tell me where you are.
I'm on the train with my grandchild. Just now, I got a call from a neighbor. They told me that the police were in front of my house. I'm a grandmother. And yet, you're calling the police on me? Are you going that far?
Is the child safe? You don't mean to harm the kid or anything, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? Me hurting this adorable child? There's no way I would do such a thing.
Thank goodness. I know you don't want to believe me, but I will say it again. That child isn't your grandchild. Isn't my child either. You were kidnapping someone else's child.
I'll say it again. I don't believe a word you say.
Then let me ask you, how old is the child you were with right now? Just tell me roughly.
Huh? This child's age? He told me with his finger that he was 3 years old. What a smart child.
I don't know who told you about my child. But my baby is still in my belly. He's not born yet.
What?
But he's not your grandchild. I told you that I got remarried, right? My husband is the father of my child, not your son.
What are you talking about? My grandchild is sitting right next to me.
If it's your grandchild, why are the police at your house?
What?
Let me ask you another question. Why would you think I have given birth to the child you were with?
Because I know your address. It's a house with a green roof near the north exit of Everpeak Station in Lakeside City, right? There was only one house with a green roof, so I recognized it right away.
What? Everpeak Station in Lakeside City?
The kid was playing in the yard of that house, so he must be my grandchild.
That house was where Oliver and I lived after we cut ties with you. Until we got divorced.
What?
I live in a completely different place now. I don't know who gave you this information, but both the address and the child seem to be wrong information.
Oh no.
I think the landlord told us before that a newlywed couple will be moving in after we move out.
No way.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I also heard that the wife was pregnant. If she was pregnant at that time, their child must be about 3 years old now.
Then this child
is probably the child of that couple.
Then where's my grandchild?
I don't know. Just like you found my contact information. Why don't you find out Oliver's contact information and ask him? At the very least, I didn't give birth to your grandchild. Also, I will tell you this for the sake of my ex-husband.
What?
Oliver did not cut ties with you because I brainwashed him. Your overbearing behavior as a mother was too much for him, and he was mentally exhausted.
What?
Your verbal abuse toward me was also excessive. Even though Oliver tried to stop you many times, you didn't listen. He was completely disgusted by your ugly behavior. It was him who decided to cut ties with you.
Oh no, that's a lie.
Also, Oliver isn't in the US right now.
What? So he's overseas? I knew it. So you know Oliver's contact information after all.
I don't know. My current husband is on a business trip overseas and isn't at home. So I talked with my brother about you. Then, my brother checked up on Oliver through an acquaintance of his. I just found out too.
If you found out his contact information, you should tell me.
I only know where he is. I don't know his contact information. I don't need to know either. I heard that he only told a few people about his current address. It seems he has no plans to return to the US anytime soon.
Oh my god. No. Why didn't he contact me?
Because he cut ties with you. More importantly, I think you should worry about yourself. Turn yourself in as soon as possible. Please return the child to his parents.
Turn myself in? Or kidnapping this child?
That's what I've been saying all along.
I just wanted to live with my son and my grandchild.
After that, the police called me to update me. The police told me the child was safe and sound. I felt relieved when I heard that. Apparently, the police have been watching the nearest station to Megan's home. They caught her at the station, as she was acting strangely by repeatedly looking back while holding the 3-year-old child. The parents of the child filed a report without hesitation. Megan was arrested and sentenced to prison. I didn't know this, but apparently, the Megan's husband had already passed away. Even after getting out of jail, I'm sure Megan will have a lonely old age. Later on, Oliver called me from abroad through a mutual acquaintance. Despite having cut ties, he cried and apologized many times, saying how sorry he was for what his mother had done. He is now remarried, and he told me they're expecting a child soon. I was happy to know that he will be a father soon. We both wished each other continued happiness and ended the call. I will be in my final stage of pregnancy soon, so I want to take care of myself and prepare for childbirth.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Hi, Jane. Tomorrow is finally your wedding. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. Hi, Rosa. Thank you very much. Even we don't usually keep in touch, you're that excited? I'm kind of surprised. Of course I am. You're my only sister. What's wrong with looking forward to it? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm preparing a surprise for you, Jane. A surprise? It won't be a surprise if you tell me now. Don't worry. You'll still be surprised for sure. Rosa, please don't go overboard. I have a bad feeling when you're planning something. Oh, please. Is this because I stole your boyfriend in the past? That's part of it, but not just a boyfriend. You always take things from me. When we were little, you used all my toys without asking. You ate my snacks without me knowing. When I got angry, Mom told me to be patient because I was the big sister. That was so unfair. Do you still hold a grudge about that, Jane? That's so lame. Those were small things, but when we got to high school, you took my bags and clothes that I bought with my part-time job money. Then you started spending my money without asking. I didn't want to be around you anymore. That's why I moved out when I was a sophomore and started living on my own. It's only natural that I'd feel uneasy if you're planning something at my wedding. Well, you'll definitely be surprised, so just look forward to it. I can't wait to see your face when you see my surprise. Really, just don't do anything weird. So many people are coming, I'm begging you. All right. Tony, where are you now? I just arrived on time and the wedding hall staff said the bride has been changed to someone else. Tony, it's an emergency. Please call me right away. Do you know something too, Tony? Who the hell is this other bride? Hey, Tony, please answer me. It's our wedding today. I don't understand why. Call me as soon as you see this. The surprise was a big success. How did you like it? You must have been so shocked. The look on your face was priceless. I'm still struggling to hold back my laughter. How does it feel to have your wedding hijacked? Rosa, is this your surprise? When I got to the ceremony venue, the staff told me that Mom had said that the bride had been changed to someone else. I asked her what was going on, but she didn't know anything about it. When I questioned Mom, she just told me to sit with them. She said, "Well, you don't even have a dress anyway, so there's nothing you can do about it." She was watching me the whole time. I tried to reach Tony, but he never read my messages or picked up the phone. And then the ceremony started. Then you showed up with Tony in my dress. How could I not be surprised? How do I feel? Terrible. You have to explain this to me. I don't have to explain. I'm sure you understand what's going on. What? Me and Tony were dating. You didn't notice it at all, did you, Jane? Since when? Remember the family meeting? That's when we exchanged phone numbers. You met him for the first time that day, right? And yet you approached him? I can't believe it. I fell in love with Tony at first sight. It was like, how could such a handsome man be with my sister? At that moment, I decided that I would definitely steal him away from you. When Tony went to the bathroom, I followed him and handed him a note with my phone number on it. He was surprised at first, but I guess he was kind of happy. When I texted him, he responded immediately. And when I asked him out for dinner, he agreed right away. I can't believe Tony betrayed me so easily. Well, it can't be helped, can it? You're such an ugly girl, Jane. Tony went like, I didn't know Jane had such a pretty sister. I should have proposed to her. I wish I met you sooner. Ah, but if I hadn't proposed to her, I might never have met you, Rosa. So in that sense, it's probably a good thing. When did Mom and Dad know about this? About a week ago. I told them that I was planning a surprise for you, and they were all for it. Unbelievable. I know. Wow, you feel terrible. I feel great. What? Because I got to see your unhappy face. I can't believe it went so well. The surprise was a great success. I feel great. Tony's mom and dad prefer me to you. They welcome me and tell me I won't have to worry about money. And they offered to let us live with them because they have plenty of room. What? Live together? You're going to live in that house with them? That's right. Maybe they didn't offer you that because they don't like you. If it were an ordinary house, I'd absolutely hate the idea of living together. But living in such a huge mansion, I'd gladly live with them. And they told me I wouldn't have to work. I'll be free from financial issues for the rest of my life. Oh yeah? I won't help you no matter what happens in the future. Huh? What are you talking about? It's you who needs help, isn't it? How are you going to survive now? Rich Tony has left you. I'm not like you, okay? I still make enough money to live on my own. And I like my job, so I have no intention of quitting. Yes, well, you're right. Now that Tony has dumped you, you'll never get a chance to marry. You have no choice but to live for your job, right? If you just want to gloat, can I go? You're about to have a wedding reception and must be busy. That's right. Thanks for reminding me. Have fun at the reception, Jane. What? Of course I'm leaving. I mean, I've already left the venue. Is that so? That's so boring. I wanted to show you my other dress for the party too. No thanks. I'm going to charge you for all the money I've spent on the wedding, and of course the wedding venue, and alimony too. What? You're asking for money from your own sister? Of course. It doesn't matter if we're sisters or relatives. You need to atone for what you've done. Well, that's fine. I'll have Tony pay for it. I'm sure he can afford it. I hope you're right. I've decided to leave the money matters to my lawyer, so you'll be hearing from him. Okay. Jane, help me. Please answer me quickly. If you don't hurry, I'll be in big trouble. What in the world? It's so late. I was already asleep and you woke me up. Oh, thank goodness you noticed. Can I come to your place now? Huh? Now? What are you thinking? Please, it's now or never. They finally went to sleep. I've just sneaked out of the house. I'm heading to your place. It's an emergency, okay? I don't understand, but if you need a quick answer, I'll tell you. No way. Even if you come, I'm not letting you in. Why would you say that? I'm in so much trouble. I'm sure you've finally noticed that Tony's parents are outrageous. What? You knew? Then why didn't you tell me? Because you seem to be looking forward to living with them. I didn't want to interrupt you. Huh? Don't lie to me. You wanted me to have a bad experience, didn't you? Tell the truth. Well, then I'll tell you the truth. You're right. I thought I would get revenge for the worst surprise you gave me. Unbelievable! But unlike you, I didn't do anything particular. I just didn't tell you. I'm not on the same level as you, who stole my fiancé without a second thought. They tricked me. They told me I didn't have to work and I believed it. But actually, they forced me to do all the chores, from cleaning that big house to cooking and laundry for the whole family, including Tony's brother and sister and their family. They made me do it every day. If they didn't like the food I cooked, or even the way I do the chores, they'd whine and complain about it for an hour. I can't believe they're such jerks. I'm going crazy. They did the same to me when I was dating Tony. Even though I was just his girlfriend, they didn't stop lecturing me. It's really bad, isn't it? So when they offered living together if we get married, I stubbornly refused. To them, you were more convenient than me. You knew nothing about it, unlike me. In fact, you were naive, and you just took their advice and moved in with them, didn't you? But you don't want to get a job, right? And you fell in love with him at first sight, right? Then you just have to put up with it, don't you? There's no way I can put up with this. I'd much rather get a job than go through such a terrible experience. Besides, Tony doesn't come home until late at night. I hardly get any time with him. I understand that he's working overtime to earn a lot of money, but without him, it's just me and my in-laws in that house. I just can't stand it. He hasn't come home yet today. You seem to be deceived by him in many ways. What? Deceived? What do you mean? First of all, you say he makes a lot of money. He's just like any other office worker. What? That can't be true. Then why do you think he makes so much money? Because he bought me brand name stuff. He said so himself. He lied to you. He's so vain. He probably asked his parents for money and got an allowance. They're so strict with others, but so lenient to their own children. I was the one who paid for our regular dates because I make more money than he does. No way! You know that, don't you? They just want a housekeeper for themselves. They forced you to take care of their son and daughter, right? Oh yeah, that's right. And the reason he doesn't come home isn't because of overtime? Huh? Then what? Don't tell me he's cheating on me. That's right. I just found out recently. I was really pissed off at you, but more than that, I was mad at him, betraying me so easily after proposing to me with all those I love yous. So I hired a private investigator to do a background check on Tony. I couldn't forgive him for betraying me and trying to make himself happy. I was determined to find out something I could use for revenge. And it turned out to be more than I expected. I thought maybe he was having an affair with someone other than you. But to my surprise, he was 6-timing. Oh, 7, including you. He was having affairs with all of them even when he was engaged to me. I'm going to take big amount of alimony. You're kidding! He just got married to me and he's already cheating on me? He proposed to me and then went out with 7 different people. Of course he won't change even if he gets married. He doesn't come home from work even though he doesn't work overtime. So I guess that's what he's doing. No way! I'll never forget your betrayal and I'll never forgive you. But I'm grateful that you made it possible for me to leave him. So I'll give you the evidence, and you can use it to get alimony from him. Then, you can use the money to pay me alimony. You said you'd ask for a lawyer, right? I did. So what? If you're grateful to me, then you can ask him to defend me too. Of course, the money is on you. Don't get carried away. I told you I would never forgive you for the rest of my life. You should be grateful that I'm providing you with evidence. I'm not going to help you anymore. If you need someone to turn to Mom and Dad. They're always on your side. They'll help you this time too, right? But they told me they're not happy with this. They said they won't allow me to come home. They want me to play nice with my in-laws and send money to them somehow. They said it's the only way to show gratitude for raising me. I see. Then you'll just have to take care of it yourself. I have no intention of letting you in my place, so you can either give up and go back to that house or do something with it on your own. It's your choice. I will never go back. I'd rather die than go back to that house. Is that so? Do what you want. If you think I'm gonna help you if you say that, you're wrong. I gave you advice on your wedding day. Advice? I said I wouldn't help you no matter what happened. Did you? That's right. You're on your own. Bye. Hey, if you don't help me, I'll have to stay here. Jane! Hey, Jane. Did you say something to Rosa? She left the house at midnight last night and hasn't come back. I called your parents, but they said she hasn't returned. Is she at your place? Huh? How can that be? She came to me for help, sure, but I clearly refused. I have no intention of forgiving you or her. Then where the hell did Rosa go? I don't know. Yesterday, she said she'd rather die than go back to your parents' house. Maybe she went out camping. She said that? We're newlyweds. What's wrong with her? How dare you? Huh? What do you mean? Thanks to her, I was able to break up with a shitty guy like you. So I told her one thing, that you had 7-timing love affairs. You knew? I found out after your wedding. Had I known earlier, I'd never have wanted to marry a jerk like you. Now that Rosa knows too, you'll have to pay alimony to both of us. Oh no. I thought you didn't notice. I was going to charge Rosa for the wedding cost, but now that I know you were 7-timing me, I'm going to charge it to you after all. I didn't know you knew all that. You know I don't have any money, right, Jane? There's no way I can pay you that kind of money. I didn't ask if you can pay or not. Even a kid knows that if you did something wrong, you will be punished. Maybe kids are smarter than you. Don't say that. Why do I have to be told off by you? If you don't want to be told off, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. I've already asked for a lawyer, so make sure you pay up. But I know you can't afford it on your meager salary. Why don't you continue to get help from your favorite mom? Hey, come on. Stop it already. What? I'm just telling you the truth. See you later, motherfucker. Like I guessed, Rosa went camping out that day. After that, she asked her friends for help. But all her friends know that she stole my fiancé, so nobody helped her out. She didn't have any job or a place to live. But I heard that she found herself a job as a live-in housemaid. She had no choice but to work as much as she could, and she's doing fine. Tony was asked alimony by both Rosa and me, so he couldn't go around like before. Those women he was dating sensed his change, and they found out he was cheating on them. Oh, of course they got mad, putting him in a rough spot as he's being demanded to pay more alimony. Well, none of that is my business. As long as the alimony is paid, I'm fine. I hope that neither Tony nor Rosa will ever do anything to cause trouble to others again. I really do. Hey, Molly, when are you planning to come back? The chores are piling up without you here. Your mom's been unwell and just stays in bed all day. Can you come back soon and help clean up the house? Sorry for the trouble, Elena. I won't be able to come back for a while as I'm abroad for work. Geez, you're still overseas? Must be nice to travel when it's not even summer vacation time. Instead of leaving your family behind and gallivanting around, why don't you come back home already? I've already explained this several times. I'm not on vacation. I'm on a business trip. It's work, so it's not like I can make up my own schedule. Don't lie to me. I heard from Flynn that you're only a high school grad. Yeah, that's true. I doubt that someone at the bottom of the academic ladder like you is going on an overseas business trip. The bottom? Flynn's successful and graduated from a top-notch university. I wonder why there's a huge difference, even though you guys are siblings. Yeah, he always aced school. I was more towards the lower end. But grades aren't everything, you know. I don't care what you think of me. There are many people, whether high school grads or not, excelling in society. It's not fair to judge solely based on education. You're so naive. No matter what you say, those with higher education get preferential treatment in society. They get better salaries too. You should at least have a college degree. I see. You also have a degree, right? But you've never worked and have been a homemaker. So I question if education is really that necessary. How dare you? Are you trying to belittle homemakers? It's a respectable job, you know. That's definitely not my intention. I'm just saying it's wrong to look down on people based on education. Huh. Acting all high and mighty just because you have a job with only a high school diploma? Anyway, we're doing you a favor by letting you stay here. So it'd be nice if you could at least help with cleaning the house. Vacuuming is a pain, especially with so many rooms. That's my family home, so I'm not exactly freeloading there. You and Flynn moved in later, remember? Isn't it normal for the eldest son and his wife to live in the family home? Technically, as a single daughter, you should have moved out. Why should I have to leave my own house? Your house? Living here like a parasite and having the nerve to talk back? No, I work and contribute financially, so I'm not a parasite. Ugh, you're so irritating. It's parasitic to be single and still live at home. Whatever. Whether it's work or whatever, just wrap it up and hurry back. You've missed out on chores, so you'll have to do a lot when you get back. Hey, I heard from Elena. You've been dissing her, right? Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Quit playing dumb. She just called me all mad. You acted condescendingly for someone with a low education. Saying stuff like housewives are useless to society and college degrees are pointless. It sounded like you belittled her big time. No way. I didn't say any of that. She's twisting my words significantly. I mean, she's the one who's been disrespecting me from the start. It's so troublesome when she gets upset, you know. I end up taking the heat because of you. Please, stop picking fights with her. I don't remember doing such a thing. By the way, you'll be back by tomorrow, right? Huh? What's wrong with you two? I'm on a business trip, so there's no way. Quit lying. You're just pretending to be on a business trip while having a good time. That's not true. Elena's been struggling to take care of Mom and doing household chores all alone. Just come back already. I explained this to her earlier, but I can't come back home for a while. She's a homemaker and not working, so she should be able to handle the house, right? Besides, Mom's just a little disabled, but can manage most things herself. She's not that dependent. Are you trying to rebel against me? What the? I'm the eldest son, you know. You've always been obsessed with that. Seriously? Why are you clinging to outdated values? Being the eldest doesn't make you superior nowadays. Mom and Dad never gave you special treatment, right? Compared to you, with your low education and no marriage, I'm definitely the superior one. Just be grateful you get to live in this house. Geez, you've been saying the same things as Elena. What's wrong with living in my family home? You guys rolled in there later, remember? Plus, When you guys got married, you were dead set against living with our parents. You said Elena wouldn't like it, and yet you just suddenly moved in without any heads up. You know, it was such a hassle getting everything ready for you guys. There's no point in talking about that now. Our old apartment was falling apart from age, and the owner forced us to move out. Then you could have easily found a new place. Elena didn't want to live together, right? Things happened suddenly, and I had no choice but to come back here. Uh-huh. I didn't know an eviction notice would come out so abruptly. That was quite a surprise for me too. Anyway, living with us was just until you found another place, right? So why are you acting like you're in charge? That's because I'm the eldest son. Now that Dad's gone, it's me who's supposed to inherit this house. Inherit? But you made a promise and can't stay there forever, you know? Ha! Like I'm gonna listen to you. I got the chance to live here again. Why would I go through the hassle of renting a cramped apartment now? This house is gonna be mine. Yeah, right. It's not going to be yours. You have to leave just as you agreed upon. Stop making a fuss. If you're adamant about not coming back soon, I'll just kick you out forcibly. What do you mean? That's a surprise for after you're kicked out. Hold on. What are you planning to do? I'm planning some harsh punishment for my arrogant sister. Remember that. Hi, Molly. You're still abroad, right? Yeah, I should be back in about a week. I hate to ask, but can you take care of things at home a little longer? You know what? You don't need to come back. But you were asking me to hurry back the other day. What's going on? I have big news. Ready? I threw away all your stuff. Excuse me? You lie about being on a business trip and push housework on me. You're nothing but a nuisance. So after talking to Flynn, we decided to kick you out. You won't have a place or belongings when you come back. Find somewhere else to live when you return. Wait, did you just enter my room without permission? Of course! Why wouldn't I? Since Flynn is the head of this house, I, as his wife, have every right to enter rooms. He's not the head. Besides, I locked my room. We broke that. We got rid of everything. The bed, dresser, even everything in the closet. Oh. It's a shame, by the way. About what? Being a high school grad means being poor, huh? I thought about selling stuff to our recycling place if it looked promising. But all your furniture was in shambles, and your clothes were cheap and worn out. Not a single branded item. Everything looked like trash, so I threw it all away. Unbelievable. You tried to sell off my personal belongings. But thank you, Elena. Huh? I didn't even need to ask, and you just did it for me. If I knew, I wouldn't have locked the door. It must have been a hassle breaking it. What are you saying? Now I don't have to come back. Great. What do you mean? You mentioned my belongings were like trash, but they actually were. Everything left in my room was planned to be thrown away later. So, nothing was necessary? Right. I've already moved everything else to a storage unit. For what? Because I'm moving. You're moving? Yeah, but then I suddenly got a business trip, so I was contemplating when to clean up the room. There's still some procedures left and Mom to consider, so I have to return at some point. But because you threw everything away, I won't have to rush back. Thanks a lot. What the heck? You made me do extra work. You were planning to move? Why didn't you say it earlier? Wait, I've mentioned it several times before. You guys are prepared too, right? Why would we? I've explained before that you can only live there for a limited time. Didn't you listen? Hold on. What do you mean? That house is a rental, and the lease is ending soon. A rental? Didn't you know? It's a rented property. I thought your parents bought it. But since you've lived here for so long, you could just renew the lease, right? Nope, it's not possible. There's a new tenant lined up. We need to clear out everything in the house before the move-out date. Wait, don't just rush things. This house was rented by your late father, right? You don't have the right to terminate the lease. Since he passed away, I've transferred the lease under my name. I'm the current leaseholder. So we won't be able to live there soon. You guys need to start preparing to move. Oh my God. What about your mom? Will she leave too? Of course. She's aware and has been packing her stuff in her room. Come to think of it, her room seems to be getting quite organized lately. It's just you and Flynn taking it easy. Please make sure to sort out your stuff before the move-out date. Hold on. This is all too sudden. I can't keep up. I did mention before that we couldn't stay there for long. But I didn't know we'd really have to move out. Hey, is it possible to cancel the termination? Nope. Oh, darn it. Well then, I gotta go back to work now.
Molly, are you serious about not renewing the lease?
Oh, you already heard from Elena, huh?
What have you done without consulting me?
The decision was made before you moved in. Besides, the lease is under my name, so I have the right to handle the procedures.
Darn it. What was Dad thinking? Disregarding me and making you the leaseholder?
When he passed away, you were living elsewhere, so obviously it came to me. I did mention the lease was ending soon, and we could only reside for a little while when you guys moved in.
You didn't say you were canceling the lease?
I didn't think it was necessary. You said yourself that you'd only stay for a month at most, and leave once you found a new place.
I never imagined you'd proceed with the termination. It's our family home, and I intend to keep living here.
I'm speechless. But the next tenant is already set. You guys need to move out soon.
Hold on. Where are you going after you move out?
I've signed a lease for a new apartment.
And what about Mom? Are you planning to abandon her?
Of course not. I found an accessible apartment near my workplace, so we're moving there.
I see. Then we'll move in with you guys.
What? Find your own place.
Unfortunately, that's not possible.
Why not?
We don't have the money.
What the heck?
Actually, the reason we were asked to vacate the previous apartment wasn't due to the building's aging. We couldn't afford the rent.
Well, I suspected something fishy. Your apartment looked quite nice, and the aging excuse sounded shady. But you have a good job at a big company and are earning a good income. How could you fail to pay the rent?
I kinda got stuck in a situation. The rent was just too high for me to afford.
Then why didn't you find a more affordable place from the start? There were plenty of options like moving to a cheaper place, right?
Elena thought that marrying me, a top university graduate, working for a big company would mean living a high life in a luxury apartment. I couldn't betray her expectations right after our marriage.
Ah, I see. You were trying to show the bright side to your wife and ended up pushing beyond your means.
But even though it's a big company, I'm still just a regular employee, so I don't get that much salary. Honestly, the bosses have no clue. not giving enough recognition to someone as talented as me.
Oh, really?
Even in such a situation, Elena keeps asking for new handbags, wanting to travel and stuff. Now, my savings are totally gone. I've maxed out my credit cards and am in debt too.
Wow, you're in debt?
She used my card to shop like crazy. Well, I did buy some things too, like watches and shoes.
Sounds like both of you are quite into showing off.
So, if you're moving, we'll move in with you. I'll start packing right away. Just tell me where the new place is.
No way.
Why not?
It's the apartment rented for Mom and me. It'll be cramped with you guys around.
Come on, deal with it. You're so cocky for someone with a low education. Well, you got lucky and promoted by chance. I know you're getting more salary than me. We're family, so you should help out your struggling brother and his wife.
No, it's your own fault for slacking off due to your pride in your education.
How dare you say that?
Sure, you went to a good university and landed a great job. But then, you just slacked off and didn't take work seriously, right? Even if you graduate from a top university, you won't get recognized without showing results. It's obvious that you can't get promoted or a raise, isn't it? I may only have a diploma, but I worked hard and even got qualifications. I'm entrusted to go on overseas business trips now. You belittled me and tried to kick me out of the house before, but now you want to rely on me just because we're family?
Then lend me money.
What?
I'll rent an apartment. Give me the money for moving.
Why do I have to do that?
There's no one else I can rely on, so you'll have to help me. Dad's gone, and Mom's only income is her pension. You're single and financially stable. You can easily manage such a small amount as to rent an apartment, right?
Why not ask Elena to work then?
Don't be ridiculous. She's never worked since graduating from college.
Even if she can't find a full-time job, she could work part-time, right?
As if I could tell her to go and work now. That's embarrassing.
You're still putting on airs at a time like this? Your debt is because of her selfishness. Of course she has to work.
Please, I'll apologize for everything we've done so far. Just help us out. Let us stay in your apartment for a little while, okay?
I'm tired of hearing that request.
We'll leave as soon as we find a new place.
I'm tired of hearing that too.
Molly, please.
Figure something out on your own.
Wait. Molly, don't abandon us.
Flynn and Elena had no money to rent even a rundown apartment and ended up pleading to stay with her family. However, due to her selfish nature, she had a history of not getting along with her parents. They were soon kicked out of the house and ended up sleeping in the park. To make ends meet, she finally started working, but having only been a housewife, she struggled to adapt to a work environment. She constantly upset her bosses and was never able to keep a job. They're still repaying debts and living a financially strained life on just Flynn's salary now. Meanwhile, I moved into a new apartment near my workplace with my mom, enjoying a peaceful life. Work has been going well, and I'm about to be promoted to department manager. Perhaps being free from the stress of Flynn and Elena, my mother's health has improved lately. She's helping me out a lot with housework. Now that I've saved up some money, I plan to take her on an overseas trip rather than going on a business trip.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Mia, Sarah's.
What? What's wrong with my sister?
I want you to calm down and listen. Sarah died in a car accident a week ago.
What?
I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. I met your mom when I went to take out the trash. She said the funeral was yesterday, and I was so surprised.
Wait, I didn't hear that. I'm a Sarah's sister. There must be some mistake. A week ago? That's a lie. I wasn't even invited to the funeral, even though I've been abroad. There's no way my family wouldn't contact me.
I couldn't believe it either, so I asked around, but it seems it's true.
No way.
You haven't heard from her in, what, a week?
I heard from you that there's an upcoming exam for the interpreter's certificate.
That's because I told you that you should refrain from contacting Sarah, so that she can concentrate on the exam. Sorry for saying unnecessary things.
I'm coming back home right now.
Right now? You're in Guatemala for work, right? Can you go home that soon?
What choice do I have, other than not to go back under such circumstances?
Calm down.
How can I calm down? My own sister passed away.
Your parents are toxic, right? And they didn't tell you about Sarah, so they're definitely hiding something.
That's exactly why. I can't leave my sister's mourning to those people. If I don't go, Sarah might not even be able to leave this world peacefully. I can't allow that to happen.
Maybe we shouldn't do this right now.
Why not?
Sarah had life insurance, remember? They don't want you to get it. My parents just heard that.
What?
I think the reason your parents didn't contact you was because they didn't want to give you the insurance money.
What's that? Just because of that? They're excluding me because of that?
It's nonsense that they're talking about money in this situation. Your parents have always been very greedy about money, haven't they?
It's true that they took all the money we received from our relatives when we were little. When Sarah and I got sick, they didn't want to take us to the hospital because they didn't want to waste the money.
And when your grandfather died of a chronic disease last month, there was a big dispute over the inheritance. The whole family was fighting at the funeral.
Really? I won't give you the inheritance. Don't even come to the funeral. That's what my parents told me. I didn't know they were fighting. How did you know?
Your parents live next door. Rumors spread quickly.
Oh, I see.
I'm your childhood friend, so I'm telling you, your parents are in serious trouble. If you go home now, you'll just get in trouble and make things worse. I think you need to hold it and wait for the right timing.
Even if that's the case, she's my little sister. I'd at least like to give a flower to her.
Let me take care of this, so that you can visit Sarah's grave in peace for sure.
John.
We're like family now. Don't try to handle things on your own.
Okay. I'll leave my sister to you. I'm sorry for bothering you.
Don't worry. I'll let you know if there's any more updates.
Thanks. My name is Mia. I'm 29 years old and currently working as an international school teacher in Guatemala. It's been a few years since I moved to a foreign country. I can't believe I wasn't there when she passed. There were many problems with my parents, but John helped me. A few months later, I was able to visit my sister's grave, and I was truly grateful for that. Since then, I always visited my sister's grave on the anniversary of her death. At first, I could not get my feelings straight, but I was saved by the fact that John was by my side every time I returned home. 5 years have passed since then. When I had finally regained my peace, I received this surprising message. Mia, this is too much. You didn't come to your own sister's wedding. Don't you know they always believed in you? What? You said you'd come. You're my only sister.
Wait, who are you?
What are you saying? I'm your sister Sarah.
Sarah? What do you mean?
Why didn't you come to my big day?
Sarah passed away 5 years ago.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm alive.
Are you sure it's Sarah? You're not lying, are you?
Born December 23rd, 1994. If you still don't believe me after all this, should I send you a picture of my face now too? Or should I tell you the story when you're sobbing after you embarrassed yourself on your 6th grade field trip?
Sarah has been teasing me about it since middle school and even in high school. Hey, is it really Sarah? Because I heard that Sarah died in an accident. I visited her grave every year on the anniversary of her death since then.
What? I haven't had an accident or even been sick for the past few years. What do you mean visit the grave? I'm scared.
What the hell is going on?
Can you explain it to me step by step?
5 years ago, I got a call from John. He told me about your death in a car accident.
John?
Yes?
Did you attend my funeral?
I wanted to come home right away, but John stopped me.
What? Why?
I heard the mom and dad were not wanting me to get your insurance money. John said that if I went home, I'd get into trouble.
So you didn't come home to avoid trouble?
Yeah. I wanted to avoid causing more pain to our family.
I see. So you didn't contact them?
I just sent them texts to ask about you, but they ignored it.
You didn't tell them about my accident?
No, you know, they wouldn't listen to me. I thought if I sent them long message, they might misunderstand it in a weird way and get mad. I wasn't really expecting a response, so...
Okay.
At the time, I thought they didn't want me to get your insurance money, so they ignored me. I'm getting confused, because there are so many things that don't make sense.
Me too. I don't know what's going on, and I feel like my head is going to explode. You said earlier that you went to the grave, didn't you? Is that true?
John helped me find your grave, and I visited secretly.
John again. He sounds suspicious.
He does.
Was my name really on the tombstone?
Yes, it was.
Really?
That's crazy. I had always assumed that you were dead, so I've never doubted it. But if you're still alive, then is the grave someone else's?
My name is not that unusual, so it could be someone else's grave with the same name.
No way.
Do you think our parents would build a grave for their child in the first place? It's not worth the money, so stick them in a community cemetery. Don't you think they'd say that?
That's true. I wasn't thinking about it because I was panicking.
I mean, when you cleaned the grave, didn't you check the surrounding area?
No. John told me that if I cleaned the graves and put flowers, Dad and Mom might find out that I was visiting there.
I don't know what John wants, but I'm sure he's very much involved in this case.
For what? It doesn't make sense that he would do something like this.
The part I can't understand either.
Why didn't you even contact me in the first place?
The short answer is, John stopped me 5 years ago.
Is that John too?
He told me that you talked to me about how you felt like my presence was a burden, and it was hard for you.
I've never thought that. Never even mentioned it.
I had heard that your values have changed since you moved to Guatemala, but I guess that was a lie too.
The short answer is, John stopped you 5 years ago.
If I contacted you, you'd hate me even more. That's what I thought. He told me not to call you or text you or anything, so I didn't contact you until now.
So that's what happened. John lied to both of us so that we wouldn't contact each other.
So I wanted you to come to the wedding, so I asked him to send the invitations.
I never received one.
Maybe he didn't even send it.
Did you hear from the John that I was gonna attend the wedding?
Yes, I did. But today, John suddenly told me you told him that we couldn't meet after all. I was so shocked. I couldn't hold back and send you a message.
So that's what happened. I'm so glad you got in touch with me. Otherwise, our path would have never crossed. I don't know why I didn't contact you sooner. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. Anyway, now we have to find out why John did this. Yeah. John's at the wedding, right? Don't ever tell him what we just talked about. I don't know what his intentions are, but he's orchestrating something this big. If he finds out that we found out, I don't know what he'll do. I understand. Even if he doesn't, if you provoke him in any way, it'll be harder for us to find out. I need you to act normal as possible. I'll do my best. Sarah, all you have to think about is today's wedding. Your happiness is my happiness.
Thank you, Mia.
John, I reported you to the police. What? I've already checked everything. I thought I hadn't heard from you in a few months. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean reported me to the police? You lied to me about Sarah being dead, didn't you? What are you talking about? It's been 5 years, and you still haven't accepted it? I talked to Sarah herself. No way. Sarah's not in this world. Don't lie. I got a message from Sarah. Huh? She said I didn't show up to the wedding. What are you talking about? Don't make jokes that aren't funny. Are you saying you got a call from a ghost?
Sarah's alive. You once told me that I shouldn't contact her now because she has an exam, right?
What about it?
She said she hasn't taken any exam. What's going on?
What are you talking about? Sarah is gone, and you're talking nonsense.
Sarah said she never took the exam. You even lied to Sarah that I don't like her anymore. What do you want from me?
Well, I guess there's nothing more I can say to you.
I had Sarah help me look into the matter of the grave. It was of a different person with the same name. I've been visiting someone else's grave for 5 years, who I have absolutely no connection to. Why did you do this? What did you want?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I wanted to marry you.
What?
I've always loved you. That's why I wanted you to be mine. I worked hard to get rid of the people who got in the way of us being together.
I don't get it.
You love your sister, even though you two lived apart. You are always thinking about Sarah, right? I wanted you to stop that.
Sarah's my only close family, you know. It's only natural for me to take good care of her. Do you know how sad I was when I heard that she died?
It would have been easier for you if you had just kept on thinking she was dead. Now it's my turn to be an important family member for you. Leave your sister.
What are you talking about?
I did my best for you, Mia. I protected you from your shitty parents and punished them. Isn't that great?
I'm grateful to you, but I can't forgive you for what you did.
Why? From now on, I'll support you and make you happy. Let's get married, Mia.
I can't marry a criminal.
Criminal? What are you talking about? When did I commit a crime? Don't tell me you're calling me a stalker. This is pure love. And you said earlier that you were going to report me, but this is not how the police work.
That's not what I meant. You also committed a fraud, didn't you?
Huh?
I needed to find out what you're up to, so I hired an agency to do a background check on you.
What?
You lied me about my sister being in an accident. I needed to know if you're lying about anything else.
So you think I've been running a scam?
You've been in and out of scam groups. I was able to get photos and videos of you working for them.
That's how you reported them?
That's right. There was a breaking story on the news earlier about a scam group that's been busted. I've been visiting someone's grave who I have absolutely no connection for 5 years.
I could have put your parents through hell for my scam, but that's not gonna happen, is it?
What are you talking about?
I told you, I'm doing everything for you. I just told you I punished your parents.
What? What the heck did you do to my parents?
Did you know that your parents inherited a substantial amount of your grandfather?
I never heard anything about any inheritance.
Your father was the eldest son, so he got $500,000 in all.
That much?
You tried to contact your parents, but they ignored you, didn't they?
I tried to contact them to check on Sarah, but they ignored me. If those people got that much money, they'd be thinking of spending it all on themselves. They didn't want to give their own daughter a penny, so they ignored me.
I'm sure they tried to cut off all contact and involvement with you, so they wouldn't lose any money. But don't worry, at the point, I was offering them a real asset investment that would increase their money 10 times. Well, there's no such a thing as a good deal in this world.
Don't tell me you deceived them.
That's what I mean. They lost $500, and they're still living in the illusion that their assets will increase. I'm sure he'll be in shock soon.
My parents are horrible people, but you're a horrible person too.
Why? You hated your parents too, right? That's why I punished them.
I'm cutting ties with you, and don't ever contact me again. I block your number.
No, I'll marry you no matter what.
I told you I don't want it.
You're always trying your best. You're protecting your sister. You're kind. You're beautiful. I know and I love all of that. You're the one for me, Mia. I'm rich, and I can make you happy forever.
Stop it. You're making me sick.
So, you don't care what happens to Sarah?
What?
I know where Sarah lives.
Don't tell me you're holding Sarah hostage.
Well, kind of. You don't care what happens to your only little sister?
That's too bad for you.
Huh?
Sarah's with me now. What are you talking about?
You're in Guatemala, right? Besides, I've already found out where Sarah's new house is. I'm pretty sure she plans to live in the city center because of her husband's job.
Sarah's husband is a freelance illustrator.
Don't tell me he moved because he can work overseas.
I didn't know what you're going to do to me and Sarah because of this case. I talked it over with her husband, and they moved here. It's not like you know where they live in Guatemala, right? Well, even if you knew, you wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
What's that? I did my best for you, but it ends like this.
I didn't want you to do this. I'm really sorry.
Hey, Mia. Is this really the end of a relationship? Even though I love you?
I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. I can't trust you.
I hear sirens.
Maybe there's a warrant out for your arrest for fraud.
Mia, I'm so sorry. I went too far. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
It's too late now. Goodbye.
Mia!
After that, John was arrested. I heard from a friend in the US. Apparently, he had been doing all kinds of illegal jobs besides fraud. He was sentenced to prison and is now in jail. According to the police investigation, he stated that he was trying to save money for his marriage with me. I was really horrified when I heard the story. I don't think he'll be out of jail for a while. According to my friend, even if he gets out of prison, he's been watched closely by the enemies he made from his life from crime. He probably won't be able to have a normal life anymore. I thought he was a dear childhood friend. I am very sad that it ended like this. I just can't keep looking back at the past. My sister has moved here with her husband. I hope we can all live together peacefully from now on.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.